na ya ware and am abna ye ba enu ye twem and ye ba enu ya bewo and am abna mama me 60 days no bi so be ye we mama me he mama me kan kire mo me patro she video no wonim skill work ni bi afre mama me wonim obi a wo ye student afre ne mama me e bia na mo student ni munim e bia skill work me patro wonim wa wo hwe mo TikTok no me patro tap na like me patro Facebook for so no Facebook for so no ba so no tap no like wo ba so no share no tap so no like mo patro obi a wo hwe me bia wo ba so a you like it you share you like it you share you like it you share Facebook for so no more. Happy Mother's Day in advance. This week you will be prepare the home. Ma prepare mo home for mama me mo papa mama me nom me pacho obia em prepare the home pa die fa ko che mama wate. Wo mama wa show ama wo se fifi wo hwe me wo 18 years when yini 18 years no wo timi ye adwuma ma ne ye obi wo krampa onye adwuma enso ne mprafo be buru 40 sika bia wo mprade ama obia me pacho ko mama miska ka kire wo mprafo no mo fa fufufu se paracetamol no ka kire wo mo say ne papa mu na wo senka akohu me maame ba wo nkohu me maame a mesro Mother's Day aba yenye wo United Kingdom yes celebrating Mother's Day on Sunday a 15th of March 2026 was spiritual mother celebrated, biological mother celebrated, adopted mother me patcho celebrate womo wa won kasa wo maame wo biological mother e die ba de na this year wo ya mama me he me patcho me mo bi kan kire wo se wo maame ye bayifo enu nti udidi a wo mama me bi ni wo maame ye bayifo kra maame me patcho this year hwe no wa wan ko hwe wo maame ama ne wo maame pa no this year ube hu nyame twe betwa achi ma I'm telling you na na me hu wo me yesu me hu Facebook no me pacho Sarah good morning me pacho bi antro good life Sarah wo sere wa wan ko ma wo maame Mother's Day gift this year nyame be bo rough hwe mo de montena ho na me ne me maame nkasa obi timi kasa ma abena me maame nsiesie ne ho ntimi de na echi ana me fere wo maame nsiesie ne ho ye prima ni no apo ho a po wo maame so wa po ho a go and pour your mother, celebrate your mother. What it? Wendy it is say Wendy wo me person me be yem ayi Selena it is say Sarah good morning will be a kwadwo made of pa it is say sugar what it was it by force by fire sugar say by force by fire akosia this year mama mpa de che no wa wan frɛ wo maame no wan fasika nka ho e mehwɛ mi bio ojaba kofi it is say kofi omane obusemu nyina mo ho ye ama it is say me gidi say rade adomo ai this year what kofi say ma be love you yes this year wa wunni mu pa this year okoma ma miska send the receipt ni breme wo se ma abana me de akoma me maame kakra bia benya bia nso wate yes amu be hu maame ya me pa cho mo follow ya mra me mre ne kodada mo follow ya mra me gidi se rade adomo bia ho ye ne no ya emi e na etena se atwetwe nkomo na na hema me fa nkoye dokuno benkudie this year obi amfre wo maame wo mane wo ba brochire wo maame oni £1 enka ne papa ma wo start adwuma kra na o first pay wo de chewo maame no papa wo nuanom no wacheche na de ama wo mo Apostle George apostle ni me ya adwen Alba Williams Alba Mills net say Betty et say ya da bo twedi amponya nkopon ba say lo ye bi me pa cho be ne wo camera ne kosoro kakra be ne ko wo so kakra na wo ni me height na enye pe me da say abafo ne etiefo ade hye wo bi biara wo hwe me ma wa papa e de ba bona say pe na tv so me pa cho wo besra wo hwe me a wo ba so a na wa frɛ wo bi na wa share no wa like no wa ka kire wo ne bi say omra say please no there be me pa cho only United Kingdom one year Mother's Day why no ye misre say ne wa ye wani no wa muna dodo mani ye ho last week me lawyer bi oba ye no wa muna sa na say lawyer one sra me you free so pressure wo kro ma doso say the omode ba no immigration for dey ba no e doso enti unso ye lawyer na betena ha no wa muna wo betena ha no wa ye wani say ya pese nwane Oh, and Nigeria too is celebrating Mother's Day. Oh, okay. And you UK in Nigeria. Why? UK in Nigeria, Ghana and come home. Eti me pa cholo ye mi wasre nye na asre ho aye fe e no wa hye suit to papa bi o say ye blazer so a na wa mu na say tete say ma frɛ wo sa na o gina phone so enti mi nim nipa wa provoke en ko ba ma phone ene lo ye mi ko be ba ye be program na ja no wa wo frɛ lo ye mi a wo ko provoke no sa frɛ ne ko pa na cho no nte nani lawyer se nya sa wa sra wo ni program ne aha enti ka kire wo ye bi ka kire wo bi sa ha wo penkrata ha na abenya no aha se ye busu ni da so me ma wo ko ye fake nkrata me nua no ma ya ma mo 60 days me ba nam ne ma be din komo se lawyer bi a frɛ wo ana wo frɛ lawyer na lawyer ne ka kire wo se wo 60 days na ye dia ma no ubetimi di aware eye no kre ubetimi aware wo krom ya ba da bia lo ye mi ka say evidence obi ka kire wo say mi ye fee waiver e di amawa sister ka kire lawyer kro ne say abanos campaign say wo boa ene mi twenya mi anim timi pe kasa dodo bebre ba mi we de me kasa wo ye student one co school fee waiver na free hin ne besi mu wo ye student obe krom ya no one co school no automatically will be sana say yo and to be obeka to so we student dependent we student we ko ye feel with obedu sikedi and today na be another option is say and nothing any lawyers etana say abeli na and to ma mo he mo TikTok no me pa che wo ba Oba no ma sheme ba cholo ye mi number ye 077 Mr. Drop ansa na me jai dia mano lawyer emi number wo hwe mo Facebook wo hwe mo TikTok wo hwe mo YouTube e ye 077 87 32 7985 e ye 077 87 32 7985 obetimi afrese here another number ye 078 24705353 another number is 07824705353 eye Abinel solicitors ene no mo tnase ene mo eba betwetwe eye enkomo Esther kwesi da nyame ya dom abra what I say the cry of a mother for hujim Layemi good morning me patron na what is saying me jini se wo ma dia dom woni wabusuafo ne adwumayefo nyina mo ho eye akwasi mo fa lo yemi mo mi eni bo no ema me lo yemi chi adofo ene atiefo na ye nko TikTok fo
all right inti me chia adofo all right Michia Odofoni etifo bia omohwe and a pay. Wow. Another wonderful morning, another blessed morning with Abinel Solicitors and Abnas campaign. It's a wonderful time. As you all know, Munyamunim se Abinel Solicitors, yeah. We are based in the heart of East London. Stratford, Maimu. Buju Stratford, Iraq wine crack. Within 5 minutes, what we drew your office hat. Very simple, very easy to find. We're on the 14 Claypole Road, London E15 2RJ. You specialize it in immigration. You specialize it in family law. You specialize it in housing. We are here to serve. Very, very important point. Be lead it to other points. Discuss it at Shamumu. I'm making informed decisions. And then stay tuned and stay locked. Sister, medase.
Engina say yamena na boye chidom amen so so yeda so tia setekire mada bodwe mojede mo krosane me didi abonas campaign me mo bibiara happy new week yes na what fufu mu aboye ho ban Loyemi wo ko sa akode program ni bi o ho
Yes, we could make on the program here.
Enti atina wokasa ni nsisi so a wototo papa so wada so abre. Eni tie ni wom ti wada so abre. Wo betena fie ni wa hwe wo ma. Na wa hwe nkofo letters a home office fo de aba. Me ti here bomb pa ye ma mo ye fasted me ye funa to. Me lawyers ne practice e fasting no mon kan ho me betwa mu nyina mu di afirim. Because mutirim ya
it's so we kasa mpacha wa.
Ai munyina anya wo kwa lawyer munyina lawyer sam ne mo ye adwuma nyina me yimu di afirim because na sam mutirim ya ye meden. Me te wo bomb pa ye fast ye wurade e pagyan so lo ye mi so awurade bi e kwai awurade lo ye mi disi an busade nyina awurade ye ma no na ma bo lawyer we din oba lawyer me prayer tower so a lawyer sam ne mo ye adwuma mudin did that bomb pie awurade mobo oso kasa na de wuti baby amene baby sha la wonder la ma baby yo sikano so ba mo me bi why you so tia wuti hoyi media meko sikane ba mo me bi ni mo ma me mutimu
sister
sister bronya wo bra me de yin o si ye simply I me body fast ya me what you be mo wan na yes fast ni bi oye mi ene na wan na so ni me nyam o pezu odwan woni ba bi odwan akọ o ti mi ngura fo mo pa wa ye what you do next shine Mosh. Maybe you're fasting, no? Mosh. No, you don't put your name in a mupeja monsa. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. No, you're more chilly. Na me phone, na me bob every loyemi, every casadisia. This year, my loyemi shine, every be a juma casema loyemi, every loyemi show, every page I want. Lawyer me kwa me pa ya mabo nyina e de akoshe mbagi ya da oba de ase so de ase lawyer me wa ye fe obetena wa na mbu se lawyer me opie on se me ka so lawyer me chi agofo ne ti fo na no fo onu na dwumadi kura won hunu bo ya ne Abinel solicitors e na atena se Abinel's there won no mo tena se de na mpacho ba bi atadin omoye immigration law on say obi eye ni ntino ni nyina wan keka lawyer introduce yourself na chire wachira kwan ohunu so omoye immigration law no when you break it out omoye family law naturalization me pa chow be a person with British passport and share them on yet free Abinel solicitors on betting it omoye naturalization omoye asylum all area of immigration omoye eye housing me lawyers no be no ye housing eye Abinel solicitors omoye housing and na almost aye benefiting so o person oje benefit to application atuma omonye ma me patch of Abinel solicitors and our benefit for when this kana manabro so o ma bre will let o pebro for papa mi atro ami akọ jiwa free a Abinel solicitors and I know better people numbers near 077-8732-7985 another number is 078-2470-5353 Miami yembra enem komodie na ye pese die ne so minim se ukopeja won sa no wa update dia because some when you plant na computer mo nsua de because ube sua de na di peja won sa wo wiem enti se wo update wo ni update a lawyer enne no minim de wo pese wo kan ba ye nia no skill worker for
yes
especially lawyer carers no kwase wo bi ya ba baby one more omo ye main applicant no lawyer emisa some we ya kan but I was here use somebody as a scapegoat as a more lawyers no mo use binom as a scapegoat. I know how difficult so we main applicant we main applicant what you must adding we are so limited. I know, I understand obia or yet Miami what be or eme feedback. Obia lawyer or ye dependent no they flourish. Dependent for no omunye sika. Dependent for no enye limited on the juma me pacho TikTok for mon share na mo like it na mo frɛ mu nua bibra enne mo obi am frɛ me this week me se me twen nyame anim ti men frɛ me tibetie lawyer dependent for no omunye adwuma ye because omunye limited but dependent for no ebitiri mo den ebi nyusu omo common sense and who said men applicant am ne ba ye no obetua ne dan ka obeye we enti at least bosume so a men support ne kakra ebinom enye saade no eno nti no the men applicant for ne bebre no wo ho a osimakotwam makoye divorce obi cry divorce a lawyer oma wo copy of divorce no wo ho na home office for atwro me patro share like it wo ho na home office for atwro home office for send you email almost say yama 60 days ko kurum ana pede wo beye yama 60 days oyire o main applicant ukunu oso you free so lawyer very bad. Let us call the spade wa wo hwe me awaye bi no so dependent no onye good lawyer wo onkrata ebetimi ase no onkrata ebra no betimi ase no yenya na yaye saade we say ama say no secretary of state said careful no kra no onma obi ama hebio kasa ne doso efri say a criminal offense say we befa obi achi akoye divorce e di aba akoye divorce no afa obi achi won kan kire no or ho awos me di divorce certificate abroad media koma home office for obo across me ma copy say wo free home office no ka kire wo mo say divorce na wo de buy no oni mo hwe e fake singing che say wo so e fake a wo ni nipa na be frame interview wonni sa wo main applicant ni wo dependent no omo be frame wo bi so wo awos me ko frɛ na maka no kra kire mo say e ya aware ne de buy ye pay it together wo kura wo nioma na wo de ba ye no a wo so ye care no enya wo dia. What is going on in Ghanaian community? Ene na ekoso obi wo honso so ajuska weekend nko fo mo frɛ ya lawyer ebi so a lawyers ye bia ye o mapo lawyers ya ma 60 days lawyers may fee waiver e the amount fee waiver ye twam eni hobi fee waiver for full skill worker na wo be ye no and the woman right there na dey lawyer me who any updates any money.
Yeah, I mean updates, you know, and we want to speak more on skilled workers. Okay.
Who will be
that's
not
not
that's fine. Wouldn't it be a person
absolutely.
Yen Kasanfa more of skilled workers are
Okay.
60 days. 60 days no. And then no bit media. And a divorce certificate. Is it right for one person? Eko Ghana neso wa nkobio omoso mani akobo typewriter e de free Ghana what ya ba say divorce and you right say so be the divorce ne ba can you encounter can you reject it by divorce ne kwa ne be ba na home office for ne kra na o mama 60 days na wi say home office for 60 days I mean put two questions say home office for every 60 days no e bia wo yire no ukunu no wa report on my home office for say woni wagya ya ware no say home office for the 60 days no brewa can you appeal it say certificate na me yire ne de ba ye no minimum hwe me boa e home office for e montumu ana lawyer me yenko ene 12 pepepe no mapom.
All right, just a bit of an update. Yes, an update. Is a person who has obtained their leave by deception. I think lawfully resident. It's only Pabia said and I said use false documentation. Is it says Sandy Pano or lawful residents of Krumha? Na sitina mo emunye human na sitina no problem or who and I said problem anyhow. I hope say BBI okay.
Lawyer me obi te won chen ya o hwe program ni bi. catch any panel unload because as a 2 devices a year adwuma feedback ba pacho.
Okay, Pacho, better say.
Pacho is
All
good.
right.
Me that's
All right. Okay. So in the 2026 case, a friend of Bob Quick and Secretary of State at Churchlem say nipa na the backstory. They say nipa no free Albania ne buy about year 2000 and now with the 18 or buy or claim asylum on the basis that he was a child from Kosovo. All right. Was a child and he was from Kosovo. These were lies. Almost still, oh yeah, an asylum now, or seeking on Ninyana intro. And then no say, no, oh yeah, a child. And then no so say, of Kosovo. In Trunkwana, not all tribe. First of all, he did not get asylum, but he was granted leave on the basis that he was a child. It's a more man asylum, no. But on the basis, say, or no, or ya colano. Leave to remain. He applied for further leave to remain, and eventually in 2011, Omoman indefinite leave to remain. In the meantime, no, after Sir Onya indefinite leave to remain, or worry British name, and they had 2 children, yeah, and the children so Omoye British, and then or applying for British citizenship, and that is where the lies came to light. In the ILR in 2020, omu revoke, omu who say all transtrono. So far, so it says there was a terrible mistake in his youth, or committee offenses in 2022. He was convicted for cannabis and criminal involving himself in criminal property. The sentence was 3 years and 2 months. For cannabis and 21 months imprisonment for proceeds of crime of offense. Okay? Now, the basis of this case, right, in respect to your application, can it later affect you? A bit to me, Abane say, after say when you're indefinite leave to remain, after say when naturalizing, no, a bit to me, a sound back, actually say, Ebia, they all can't originally, no. The answer to that is absolutely yes. So transfer our application. So in the very beginning, ebia we leave to remain. Ebia uji with 2.5. Uji with 2.5. No in trouble or na u try. Akura no nya uba. Unso nimse onya uba. All of these things no entro. Now later on, so we will indefinite leave to remain, and now so we will further leave to remain, or even naturalization. And Jane says, so what drew indefinite, and also what drew naturalization phase? They be no will transfer and tron, so they are not going to overlook sign trona wacha. Sign tron umbet me ajinaso aju indefinite leave everyone sem. Satron so no umbet me ajinaso ayeden aju naturalization everyone sem. The lie you tell today can affect you tomorrow. And try tranene. Dachi ochina seminti ebetimi apie aba epiemba ebasoa kai say there's a point of no return. Omuhu saa omumfa nchawo enye bibia omude chesa omuhu ambehu say we are deceptive we nipa bia intro de eye de what carry intro saa ode akodru naturalization what carry intro no saa ode akodru then indefinite leave to remain into enne me book case where you know as to say yensha ya de ye bibia na intro ye de intro na shase na ye de remember say intro crown if other people so name about intro na obetimi de no crown apie or the crown pia enya de home office be overlooking so mo investigations are they can always you know relieve you of that. They can always make sure say we'll leave Jeffrey cancel and also be to make sure say will naturalization they will cancel it. Often no nipa to me dream say drew indefinite leave to remain or you naturalize her. And you are untouchable because if you are free 10-year route no so could drew indefinite into what team yen kind of cry womb say intro more. Now they find out, remember that you are at risk of losing will indefinite leave to remain and now say will naturalization. I think so that's the update I have. Let's be truthful. Let's have a truthful disclosure. You know, in some people even say, "Would they joke poor and fun joke now fun control be," because it can be reported. Maybe it's not that, but you said something, and your indefinite leave to remain or your naturalization may be revoked. Into applications and so on, making sure said the truth. No crano that we need and that we cheat. But that's the part. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good. Yeda lawyer Emi Asibebre lawyer Emi say yen krata na ekura ye no yetimi gi free yensem na update ode ba ye nyina ne say ya jo bi krata free dey sem no kra de ba ba wa British ni odi aduro edi duro for no ma da bia no mo seke asylum mo di aduro no obi o wa wo kodi aduro a wode ntro e na be kwa kodi aduro obi timi nya evidence upon evidence nyina de ba ba lawyer say krachi no obedi aduro so ya akwara e ma wo ware mu broni nyina wo mu ma enso so no okwa naturalize no omuhu no kure wo mu no ye beje won krata ne de afre won sam e da bia na meka say ma be kromi ha as a student as a skill worker obia application a wo ye bia connection man a wo ye application man no friend energy copy. The reason being is say you don't need to make a mistake. Is say e bia wo de to so say woni maame ba wo be ko okwa akoye wo naturalization a e bia na wa wo maame tiase ba wo ko akogye wo yi application dia be kromia no because of now why you desperate e kwa bia so pese wo ba abrochire ni ntino connection man ne ye no so maame e wu papa wu ni maame o ye orphan wu ni maame ba wo ko akogye wo British passport to kromi ha. You need a mother, you need a father. Omo wumpa e wose wudi omudin ehyeso okoye naturalization e wose wudi omudin ehyeso at that time no wonni mu de connection man true to eso e de na abetworo wo tworo se wo maame ti ase wo tworo se wo papa ti ase a sister bra wo ho ene de handcuff abebu nsa because okoye wo naturalization they will go back and trace you empo say kra no lawyer enye naturalization impo wo the application bi akwa omutimi revisit wo first application na wo ye de ba kurumi ha no omutimi revisit enti se wo ye application bi ko home officer me pacho frɛ connection man na wo do ba energy copy eno ne be hia say da bia wo be ma lawyers ayo application lawyer mi ayo application amount 10 years ago wo frɛ ne ne obenya copy the amount. That's the good of lawyers. Wo frɛ no oye ma wo 10 years ago e kura na wo frɛ lawyer mi na lawyer me here the copy of my application ubo di with date of birth because money ma no egu archives or the bebrew ba wo de ma connection man okofa na ohe no de abrew ehe no okofa na de abrew adami no bi di nkomo sofu bi a wo sofu na enche se wan fa ma omo a ye ba be ka wo te wa so dem emre mu no is no go untimi ntina wa so dem as sofu a wo nye lawyer enya applications man kofo application is so you refuse omo nafa copy ema wo omo so a wo se yeye e better so be release di ama omo ansa no wadu akwantwe mu nsem lawyer me ye da se ne wa update yembra enne yenkoma ye pese ye die ni so wo enkomo bia na pese oni edi ana yem base on the skill worker for because omo ye memobo
Anka me pese me di deception won komo anka ye
okay yendi deceptions for no e won komo yendi san komo no
but at the same time, I think said the point I want to raise it about skilled workers, so very important. I'm more than happy to say the skilled workers more common. I'm more than happy to say about skilled workers more common.
Okay, lawyer senen kone be di deceptions e hon komo. Send ye start to kan ye na no e kwa bone a ye fa so dinya ye nkrata ye ntura ye twa but me pese ye nkasa mfa e skill work into so ne ye be kasa afa skill work afo no lawyer me pa cho me problem nyina ne say anenkomo a se no nkofo bebre e face ne say yen nyina ye nim say skill worker for your mobile bebre na me patcho share video ne tap is ne like it share ne like it make a cheaper because me you know you say TikTok for day summary aba enti wo kasa no na AI asomredi asem na wo kan nyina no de atoso enti me make a cheaper enti twi na me kan AI twro toso ne fama me kuntunkunu twro pre-market twro lawyer ye nyina nim say skill worker for no mo ba no bebre na eba omo no mukunu ene omo yire nom ena eba omo no mukunu nom ene omo yire ena eba ena omo no mukunu nom no omo yire no omo ba de me pesa wo ye skill worker na we ye main applicant a what ti ase ma me ne say regardless of anything mo ba mukunu nom no omo ye dependent no mo yire nom no omo ye dependent no wo mo efa eka no more than mo eka no a mo bebo no se mo ba no mo ka mo bo ye nyina eye apem a wo mo efa mu ensia ana enso without dependent no e bia wo main applicant no musika isa fa hye wa adwene musa na bi ye wicked enye e bi di boni enye fa hye wa adwene mu se enipa na wone na bomu na wone neba asekunu aseyire no e bia onokura no e ka wo boye no e do so semodi I don't support them enye wo mo mumfi mu no na meka obi a genuinely wa support wo obi wo kura wo da so mo obi sika obi wo kura wo boa o show and so yes still wickedness in the highest level lawyer ye nyire nim so mo ba omo di kunu omo de yire na eba omo ba bedu a e bia for some reason obi wo so me ba me hia be ma foforo wa ha obi wo so me ba me pese me kwa ware foforo e free eye Ghana e de neba obi wo nso so a osi oh me ba ye no me ho kire me enye wo mo support nkofo na meka enne no I am talking about genuinely obi a omakoye omudi omaye ye divorce afa nkofo cha ye divorce obi weekend obi kura de wono ena atwia amamakoye switch now they affect us me kofa me kunu free Ghana dia ba why ye divorce de ko lawyer pese ehu se oni wo kunu ne ba wona wo yire ne ba ye na nipa ne fa wachi ekokoye divorce by law emra emuno we are talking about immigration and legal advice emra muno ofa wachi without notice na wakoye divorce every Ghana no de aba o de ba wo no o ma wo copy na wo de akoma efficacy mu for straight away o de koma efficacy mu for se me ni kunu na ja me ne me yiri na ja enti wo wo a as a dependent wo wo a na efficacy mu for abra wo email say wo yiri ni so no wa ja ukunu so no wa ja enti e ma wo 60 days no pe bibi na ye enye sanso a kokuro 60 days lawyer e die na wo betumi e die aye. Can you use the 60 days to remarry? Can you use 60 days no to say what the be war? Can you use 60 days no as a dependent say what the best switch ako another skill worker visa so. And lastly lawyer so mo the 60 days ne brewa obetimi apeli e home office say no oba na wo so ne mejae no Berman na was so the Majai no. Marriage certificate no the bremo no. A fake minimum shame. Men sign marriage certificate ya. Many our rejay be to Ubeti me a report to Eddie my home office for say our no need to our rejay no need to because unim certificate no be ya. Ubeti me a piliana and no and the main topic. Me pese me di ho enkomo lawyer me patcho yenko
me da sister I say oh the same way to judge. And very important say say just like a warrior bibia sebe it involves two parties to a warrior so a ban divorce it also involves two parties. An agreement takes place for both a warrior and a warrior. Inti ebane say minim de minim nkofo I don't know baby nkofo nya sa advice ni free say ubetimi agya aware without the know-how or without the consent of the respondent in this case onim hwehwe ono de onim say waware inti how then do you seek for get the divorce petition for divorce na wasa submit ama home office so to me TSS that type of divorce is invalid and is void. There is no way such a divorce is legally binding. To mean and to mean kase what divorce unkwana why wadrin said divorce no OJ and to mean banasa who needed the consent, the agreement of the respondent, which is the other party. Yentia say we mramwa semo. Say the year handle no ye handle it to say be simple there be a imra asem marriage a legally binding and a legally binding agreement and the marriage certificate nan kasano a legally binding document. It has power. The fact say a paper, I'm gonna say a paper, and just say any to me, it will to me because both parties have agreed the marriage has been ordained, has taken place. Into the legal implications. Into say so giant swa, and also one the legal implications. I want to mean cause could divorce it precupe. Mean can and I'm a kind programs on several occasions. Say me an advocate for say divorce. You must inform the respondent. They must be part of the proceedings. Divorce a procedure, and it takes place in the form of legal proceedings. It cannot be that one person has petitioned for divorce, the other party knows nothing about it. And home office ankasa no omunim say nipa nimo or nimo, but yen taking it and let us understand say this divorce wakunya abra the other party knows nothing about. It can be challenged in court. It can be because no nimhoshe ana wakoje divorce. Make a scenario be now me wo hun enimdie because one of the cases of course we don't mention anybody's names. BBI remains confidential. But my encounter a situation be a mene obi kasa or say okodru Ghana maimu awarefo okodru Ghana maimu wieye ansana nipa no ba back ese cancel bibia okoje divorce and odikoma home office say I mean on waribium na nipa na wo Ghana no ye cancel the leave no. Can you believe it? Internet chess and nipa na owo Ghana gra oni hwehwe o ono de onim se waware o se onene kun ade enkomoda ebia ntokwa nimu no o kan say ebia na ye nja ware we ye be 5-6 years ago, but since then you're very okay on nimbibia about divorce bia and our brand home office a brand email a catch and say cancel the leave a bra Ghana until nipa krono want me and back to UK. I feel a challenging decision no because so home office need to be made aware. So what does that mean legally? No, that divorce is void and now, and legally the marriage still stands. Our awareness because one can't share the panel and na ye bohun dero say who pesa ujaya warrior. Let the other party to the marriage know. I don't know where ya fasa mentality ne free and answer I mean baby ya free say ubetimi age divorce abra bien nimhoshe other party no nimhoshe. It's not done anyway. You really sorry the home office to completely damage the whole thing completely. I know the home officer if there's a breakdown in your relationship, of course they would like to know because in by virtue of the marriage, anything as dependents, by virtue of the marriage, anything into open catch say break it down. What is the point in the person having the leave? Inti ansana yanka sa untimi nja aware o. Aware jaye de wo ho. Aware wo ho. Aware jaye nso wo ho. But what we are trying to explain to you say, aware jaye na nipa nanti ne ho ase sa aware we yentimi ntoaso. Na me nya happy, wonso nya happy. We are happy cry me nya happy. Me petition for divorce. Maninde involved in the legal proceedings, serving with copy of the procedure. Bibia beba notice of proceedings ni bibia the final divorce certificate what serving no. Say nessa as a firm we are more than happy to take on and challenge such decisions because it is not fair on the dependent. Say, waba krom ha, and I say, what on the break in the holiday with Ghana, and when I say, what you say, or be I cancel the leave. What is happening? I say, nyama emra coinso. Anyhow, it's not done. It's not done. And it's something I'm very passionate about. I feel, say they're using your legal documentation. No. Yeah, using anyhow. Divorce it involves two parties. It has to be agreed. It doesn't have to always be amicable, but it has to be agreed. Amicable and yet they be divorce when and yet there may be bitterness, there may be unhappiness, there may be a lack of joy. But you have been informed. Can you imagine, say, what to coin? Now, what receive a letter or email from Home Office say, or cancel will leave because the relationship has broken down. Once only will partner, only will spouse, yeah, fine. And not crown a mukasai. But I can't say it's been it's broken down. It's not right. Into you making sure say disclosure is key. Informing people is key. Me pachawa say na atua. You have to come to us for us to work on your case because it is not your fault. It is not your fault. You've not been informed about this. You have to be informed. Even if the relationship is broken, why separated? You have to let each other know that separation, no. Anna, let them know. Let them be aware. Now, so what cancel will leave? Ebia, we are aware, you are very much aware. Say, Anna, akase, unsabe can divorce no because you don't get along. And you are now wondering, what is the worst that could happen? Well, once it is reported, Yenkai said, the breakdown in relationship, I reporting my Home Office, no, you don't have to be divorced for them to report the breakdown. Separation, crab and muntemu cry, you can report the breakdown. You do not need to provide evidence of divorce for that to happen. Intisa Omukache Home Office said the relationship has broken down a pet. The Home Office will look to cancel your leave. But canceller, people are always wondering, lawyer Amy, my separated by 1 year new. But Minsumini will be trimpna. My separating no, ya catch your Home Office. Home Office. Mame, I shorten me leave. No, mama me bear 6 weeks. Mama me bear 8 weeks. Say, minti fam regularizing me stay. But Minsumini pna or chrome her. Ya nanti bear 9 months near. Ya nanti bear 12 months near. You bet me aware. The answer to that is yes. Someone will say, what divorce here? When you're divorced, you're dating on 9th of March 2026. Meeting me aware 10th of March 2026. And again, the answer to that is yes. The minute say you are able to then move on. You're able to move on and remarry. But say remarry in kofo be brain, sure. So me I'll remarry. Now, so who remarry now? Who will be our indefinite settled status, British nationality. Kai said you can be on the 5-year route to settlement as a partner because your marriage has broken down. You are divorced. You'll be a worry me pacho. So who on the spouse route? Worry. You're not married. Then you remarry. Now, if you're an unmarried partner too, you can also be an unmarried partner. I won't worry, but only nipa chrono more relationship move for 2 years at least. It doesn't have to be living together, but you've been in your relationship for 2 years. Again, you can move on. There's always that aspect there. Once divorced, there's room to move on. But where it is unfair is when you don't know you are divorced. You have no idea. Only say what divorce people. How can we be living in a society where you are married and you are now divorced, but you knew nothing about the divorce? It is not done. It is not done. My creative impression is say it's so easy. Say, who cry until one sem cry, but met me and divorce. And yes, sir. And we drew you or your chrome ho crass, oh, so divorce a crana. You know, the dowry and everything is returned. Traditionally, customarily, crano, and muyedru, and ye bibia, a simple sir. Into my uses certificates for things that it's not right. You're using it as a weapon, as punishment. Debbie, if you want a divorce, you do the right thing. You petition, the respondent is aware, or no, you're aware, say, oh, divorce, and no, you're fine. So, how to move on? You can remarry. You can be an unmarried partner. You can have a child. Obi to me bisa kra say, me no obi fufro nyem ma worry o ba ya separated. Me no obi fufro nyem. Lawyer me wonder say, metimi agina akola no so agye ana. Yes, you can. But Kai said, if you are married whilst pregnant, know that they will assume say nipa na wa worry no onwa neba. And yet, obifo froba, it is presumed so for purposes of even citizenship. Ni bibia sano. Inti yentia say awari so wajai and konyim mo baby for frogs still am awari. Wajai. You make sure the legality is not as is sorted. Internet, you have to come to Abinal Solicitors because we will show you the route. You tell us what's happened, but then we would advise you. We are not advising you to leave your marriage. We are not advising you to have a child, but we can advise you legally what to do. Steps be take it. Number home office and we come home office and we are talking being truthful. Using, fair and truthful disclosure. You can't throw away applications and so. We don't advise that, and we don't condone it. But we make sure, we advise you legally, so you make informed decisions. Decision is the correct decision. Imrano emachin mrano umbumra yembumra waha yejina mrano so na yamawa am making the informed decision. Intimpachawa, there is life after divorce. There's life before it. But do not, I repeat, get a divorce behind the respondent's back. It's just not done. The divorce is void, and a lot of people are not challenging it. And also, onya sa email na ya divorce me na wa fa ato no ho. But it's not right. It's bad for your immigration history. It's not correct. And tisa into pachawa, get in touch. Call us at Abinel Solicitors. Maybe the lawyer Amy Freme Nayan Kasa. Before you make any decision, maybe you are looking to divorce. Why you are dream pan say we ube shown pan. Wakoye bibi wo me chinkwa de me shown the levels. Me divorce. Abra onim by the time obe hunu now otegana krohon. Debbie, it's not right. Yen use vengeance against other people, because we are looking at the legality of it all, not your personal views, not your bitterness, but the legal work. Oh, yeni ye, and answer oh yeni ye. And sister, that's what I have to say, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Lawyer Amy Asibebre was say emremuno enkofo bebre ama enkofo binum akoka Ghana. Last week Friday we program na woman bia we jam message ya wo su say okofa ni nua de ne be kurom ya adwo ayenro ye te say me da so okofa ni nua de ne be kurom na lawyer ni nua na aso din na ni nua no e wo ma wo Ghana. and walk Ghana, and walk catching in and a man called Ghana Nansa, train Oba Bruchin Chay, and tea train was me by 1 year near, and was some called school worker for more, and was some called and was a train, quiet day. Oh, quiet day. 1 year near, and crow more, or mamma, or ye mamma, or yet, or nana, ewo, and tea train sisters will be can't ye, Ninianas and Asamenoka, what do me buy in the chair will carry, and tea tina me, Comecrano, me a good person, so will me crown. Wouldn't was sister, but wouldn't sister no wahano, eya cra, Nadia will no free Ghana by ye penny in tino. Akra na wo no watini sika ba abrochire no amfa anye chocolate die na wa wo se menu apanyini wo Ghana wo se me kofa ho ba no oya akra ni ntide wo kan ne sister panyini no emuwa no ena je sister ne koye sister ya kodru Ghana na lawyer ne tama so na wo bakotoka international airport aba be fa ni plane na odru airport wa wo so ni visa ena o se wa okay mini visa say ena o so ni visa o visa ni atwam ena o si no untimi ntwam watwam say you can't cancel my visa lady beye o modern computer na kire no mo so visa ni atwam uni visa biem unye dependent o si am ye dependent ena o si atwam gay yidisu efre ni sister na ni sister si free home office for or free home office for say ye twa visa ni ya bra email da and tell email no eba ye se no wo Ghana se no wo kromi ha no wa hu lawyer ye twa le visa ni
Wow.
and the sister ne free bra na wo ne buy ni kunu no se bra ade and o se ade o se amechem my divorce na me pese me kofa me yire no so why divorce o pese o kofa wo yire wo pese o ko wa na obi o pese o ye denyom enipa ne ne wuti kromi ha o ko Ghana wa krawo eno na ma me betina me bofu se careful no main applicant for no you people are becoming enye o ko Ghana wa krawo entinka wo krawo no ka kire ne se ma me don't go men ko because my divorce enko why you divorce why many pan copy one can kire nipa no so why you divorce o ko no wa frɛ wa krawo and to offer wo kra wo no ka che ne se maame me pa cho enko na se se no my divorce me pese me kofa nipa so me siba me pese me yese na nipa nya ne Ghana ko se wa ko ka Ghana ho lawyer bia ni ho betimi aye de waba akoka ho home office for abre wo 60 days ye twam enti afei na wo be kwa akoka kire home office for se home office for ekunu na amede wo mo ba ye no ye divorce no wa ye mesrew fe lawyer mi say ono de oye advocate eni mu nyina mo nkrata na be say mo nyina mo nkrata na yemfa mo nkofie enye is very bad, it's wickedness owo kromi an me kan cho say me ntwam obi ankone baby ba wakra wo se me ko Ghana ba ade me beautiful lines not too many questions be apeso busa lawyer mi name mo no answer no lawyer mi number nie me pa cho mo be so Stratford mesrew wo pese lawyer mi wona na twetwe nkomo for migrations and same bia ho me pa cho friend no ne number 079 number ne 077 pa cho 077 8732 7985 077 8732 7985. Another number is 078 24 70 5353 078 24 70 5353. Me pacho me be phone lines ne dia too many questions be apeso busa lawyer emfa enen komodie ne ho krana wo betimi abusa lawyer me o pe lawyer wo ye very calm very respectful obejo so ofel mu ono wo betwetwe eyen komo me be phone lines ne dia to ma mo hwe wo TikTok nso so no o pese oba so aha efi ageman wona me no kwa asori no eyewa ma me hu say yes eyewa me ye wo moderator aka ma me frempom anwai eyewa okay odi say efi ageman ma me hwe odi ne lawyer me ba me be phone lines atumu nti no wa o pese wo ba eso no No idea. Okay. Nyabotra why na me spell obidi. Search for no resource. Efia, wosu ni followers ana. Bi kwa no pano na me ye Joyce blessing. Ye so ni followers intimi nye ne moderator. Okay. Yeah, me be phone lines no e de atum. Me pacho wa wo pese wo free numbers ni 0044 7502422799. Ubetumi afre na ye no atwetwe eye nkomo. Hello me don for pa me pacho wa wo phone so no. Hey, when you hello. Okay. Abby. It's saying good morning. Pacho yen koloyate you. Wow, phone is so. Abby, me pacho wa phone is so good morning yenko.
So how am I want to say me am one a graph from or how am I want to say me dependent, my wife and a student and no buy. But ever since or buying, maintaining kind nipa no application my one fa no contact amame. To a trend to say me here be free. Me deep me main applicant no I'm fair or no application my.
Na frene.
Me buy and me ni no contact me friend nipa no your application ma'am. I say
Aha, me say so wo si nipa na wo me ba gina so me ba. Okay, yen kasa. Wo si nipa no your application is wo behia wo main applicant ne number contact wo no connection man no. E na make us na free connection man ne.
My friend no say onim lady no where about it me find me way I meet me there stay Kroma say.
Oh.
Nti the man na my friend no about 2 weeks ago say me time na ka 1 month na so na manya obi a opese oya ware ma me. Nti mpese me nye divorce. Na divorce meaning say me main applicant na so aye ana onye nti say wa nya na ma me a bibia no ametimi aye na me medical ko divorce. Nti me ko hu lawyer na lawyer say before betimi aya mam ni say me nya me main applicant ne dia oyewie na say main applicant nso aye bia ye nyina on be cancel ye nkrata na ye nyina be call back. Nti say adane madwendwen a me hu how ameye esme nkoye ni wa waren anase minjai because
Aware foforo de wuntimi nware foforo for now.
Okay.
Lawyer, me pacho bre mo e de no onye on request for ne nneoma wo home office ho na because na nneoma wo home office or request ya ne oba ne details be wo so.
Being commercial down for down from the frame again, I'm in the bands of the mafia.
Ade wonya adwuma nye.
Oye Juma, Oye Juma.
Oye adwuma. E bia na ne ho kire no nti na ho so mu ano.
Me part on the one channel. This I'm no because all frame I was US 20 million crata ne mame. O free arma ko US, but and the previous so US champa. It is here no. Ye ba no so no. We ba tell them PS Kenya on go pay £2,000. It me pay £14,000.
Hey!
And it be do Kumano.
Ebi na me ka no, ebi no mu chese de enti na nkofo ye mo masa no. Honestly,
or say any man. It is a mimi decision me frame me black and me between and say any me pe lawyer be am na say any man ni na yakufi.
You don't need the lawyer to say. Who here lawyer be anya lawyer be na ebe so obi mama wan kasa wo frɛ home office o mo be say na ma.
Okay.
Enya wa na be frɛ na emomu no ehu hia. Na na. Wo won kwan wa de wate.
Me pa to
fa na wo.
Lady near but what the mammy inside the goose so
Ade, what is the greediness in the highest level?
The mammy inside the goose yeah but we pay 2,000 pound we pay maybe pay 14,000.
When him frame me nyame adom Monday this week dey mo bi am frame me. Frame me Monday and then na wotwe wate. Fa na wo.
Me won
Northampton. Frame me and na wotwe. Na many lady kronen kasa na yenhwe because there be this year
last month 15 people.
Oh na say ne bra ewu na ewu I don't get you people ye mama se mo ba monya say
that by 3 years when o my 3 years
oh when ye me pa chew o mama 3 years. Enti say no e was again ne kra no so persuasion foforo se company no ebe se sama na se ka eno ne wosa woni ni mienu moka se company na se sama na fa ye ne se ye twam se o free gan e ba ne nkra ne papa wo ho
ke o no se ne mane papa free so na o ka
all right oni me nkasa Monday because they say enya some of us are e wo ho e no so wo twam odibem mo visa no ewu ebewu April enti say no is a time say mumie no mo be come to an agreement na maka so okay say no ye ne den ye ne den either some obepe foforo no na ye main applicant na mumie no mo ahwese ne mo be sort mo ho out mo be cha atwia ana mo be ye den.
They had it so bad because they want to be do man and so be mafia.
Okay. All right. Yen kasa Monday one kasa no ubetimi ape bibia ye because we see be we polia na per switch ubetimi a switch say the na lawyer ka no wo 1 month ubetimi ape bi enne ne kine ya so ubetimi atworo brofo ana wa bon wa bon oh Bracky Enyeshi.
Yes, madam.
Kasa. What's hello, wa phone so ne yenko.
Hello, Patromia.
Eye wa me do for pa Mother's Day obia mra e me celebrate me. Mate, mo ma me abena campaign na me kasa no. Mate.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Me kuna offer me free Ghana ebaye. Na or British citizen. And so no, the buyer, me 2 years and we mama could renew the other half 2 years, no. I'm a kuswa make less than a year. And so no, now me buy not our no and said I need. And so no, me now be and I'm in the no. I will. Give me power one of your British citizens. And now, what passport am I a pana? Wa no. And the year me could not offer me figure and a say. The way now, of me will be a what passport ama in the pilot cards I can. A very issue. I will
you need to unmute yourself. I hope so who say no cray because wa worry na what ya worry ase a be ma foforo ntimi mfani di emeje passport ma akra no. Enti other say wonne papa ne beja worry no use uba no. Ana lawyer obetimi akọ renew ne nkrata no without ne ba ne ka ho no aware de no o se ne kunu no ne ba ye no no akọtwe mpana wa aware na se akọwo British ba o de aware ne ba ha eyi aware na British aware o de British aware man 2.5 years na wo ba wa akọtwe mpana ama ne mpana ne ba be ma me ama akra ne so British passports enti ne kunu no ne ba ye ne se said the idea na ye no munya aware no na on concentrate to akra na British yes sir So mo or no rabe ko renew ne nkrata na ebetimi the question abasa ade no waware na wasan wo ba wo ye British passport waje waware na wa akora ne papa abeje British passport ama akora no enti e bia no betimi ase ne nkrata no. And what do you think? Me pa choma lawyer volume.
Yes, na me can say it could be say I worry no e da so gina ne nan so. Nti ye ntimi nka spreko pese onko jai aware e bia na esi but omo working on omo worry but worry no still aso enye bibia omo go aware no. If that be the case, dear, obet me to us on the 5-year spouse route also, or whichever route, partner route also, despite the fact say we're having a child outside of Nawari. And no dear, obet me an explanation can be given to that effect, but it does not mean say so switch it a so Debbie. What if still our more worry Gina? It's still possible. Yeah.
Panel attended to me, no. Or hear me document, you know, say, my address, baby, I'm a GP address, that no, different from baby, I'm a tino. And tino, men call me GP for. No, mamma, me letter to confirm, say, Grana, me, the Jim Crata, and me, I may be satisfied, I mean, to one of me, quite a GP for no, the way, mammy, because my appointment in me call.
As a GP for no money, Miss, I want to one na akra no one akra ni use address back home.
Menenete, menina use address back, but baby, a GP me ye 12 free.
I won't call mo de be ma. O call mo de be ma name mo no. GP for no address name fan cool new address name ma.
In the panic catcher, me say me update like me son or apple sauce no mammy letter.
Any name. Send your mother be ma. Okay. Now then I won't say some with GP name call address we used to say
na me nye me kwa me refuse say
would you let any as a GP no call
but letter no the man no so more address to say me letter baby am
was so more address to baby out so also afraid you must update it on the system update it no mun me ma letter no
actually
me pacho wa phone so no gina so hello me pacho wa phone so yen call hello me pacho wa phone so no yen call.
Good morning.
Good morning.
With the Maika Cram Pessimisa, Madaroma. Mpacho me a main applicant. Now, Monsieur is now with the mamma 3 years. Namia Duma, a baby this year. Now, Pessimisa said, Sarah me dependent now. What damn son say a bass me renew one. As I say, or no so no. Okoko English test be ansana what my new one answer on spitting me either straight sir.
There be on control letter name or also your application go home office no renew. Or no see would be a renew and maybe.
Okay.
Why are dear what ye mano? Yo, Sandra Yanko, loyalty, me patchoma mubusalo yemi number nenona, a fear dear to say fear yamin shao. Sandra a Yanko.
Sister Pacho, good morning. No,
me also.
Me Pacho, me kuna mene buy no or uni. But me bedroom chrome has say, you know. Man, when you be a man, telling cabio. Ain't it? Me no be so ako. When back on British ninety. But me wo maintain passport me ban because na me person may be a bit complicated near ma.
Na why didn't that plan so?
Me Pacho, ne papa pay di ne da so.
Na we uni no enuama na ye adwuma.
Me patcho no say adwuma wa ha but on kind of crunch me say because no how on
lawyer Bremoi is similar like lady now on so be fresh so worry Britain you know. We so no ni uni or worry uni ba wo ba ye na no. E me say oye ne to enti ni kunu ni hu no se da bi sa oto ne na artificial enti no odwane to ohun no what I say e na wakotwempena foforo no akọwo British ni akora enti wono ye uni no Say no one de onye ne ho ba akra ne din so no de akra na papa din ne to ne so on stay with our rear no and I want to sank akra ne so no stay with our rear na o ko renew a oni be ma ne bibi o de beto so
me need proof of address bia because me buy me man
me pa cho ma lawyer follow money.
Yes, well, to be honest, as to whether as a wujai will or not, Nadia, mean to me and my advice as to whether to leave your spouse and I say Uber to us or I want to us. But what I can say is say call for settled status under the EU settlement scheme. No, over here certain documentation. I would bet say wuni wukun EU national no more Mawarian panel, they are looking for certain documents about proving your marriage and the existence of your marriage, you living together, cohabiting together, okay? You see things like bank statements, P60s, NHS letters, council tax, utility bills, all of which they will be looking for to demonstrate that indeed you've lived with your husband for a period of 5 years. Also, that he's also been exercising his treaty rights. That was how it was called before. But he was working in the UK or has worked in the UK for at least 5 years. If you do not have the documentation to prove cohabitation, you're not too sure because of separation, you're not sure whether what me at Nakrumha aye juma and now onye juma no on the route of marriage, it will be quite dicey as to whether say omudebemao and say omunfamao. The likelihood no is quite slim say omudebemao because it's evidence really. And say only say evidence na enye bibia omudebemao. Of course, if you are saying you are separated, ubetimi akase na mo separated. But even in the separation, they'll still look to see whether has he worked, has he not worked, all of which, if you're not aware of it, it becomes a problem. Now, with the British child, yes, you can decide, say you will rely on the British child because of course, you want to regularize your stay, but you can hopefully cut it short a little bit. If you are not going to rely on your the EU path, you can cut it short a little bit and say you want to apply for the 5-year parent route. If you can pass the English language test or and as well meet the adequate maintenance and adequate accommodation. So you have a choice, but the choice is for you to make based on what I've told you about documentation. This decision. So the decision is yours. You can always give me a call after the program. Why?
So maybe see uncle. When they do so.
Good morning, Mavis.
Sandra ne kasa ye no ho. Maybe see uncle me pacho.
Pacho, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho, last year no August ni mu na me na British ni e ware e wa ha. Afi December ni no ka kire me say obekọ ni krum. Ti me kwa de me ni me.
Ono ne ware wo he British no ono ne ware wo he so British ni we.
Me ne ware wo krum ha lease.
And also obekọ ni krum he so ye British ni dia he no wo.
Or Gambia, or free Gambia.
What one the Ghana and you British ni aware Gambia ni na ne ware.
Gambia ni na me ne ware.
Oh ye kunu.
Ena o ye mi kunu.
Another one who Ghana for. And I ono na no de je ho. Enti wo so okọ ni krom Gambia.
O so okọ Gambia. Nti me de minim se wo okọ aba. Me me ye adwuma wo London.
Se no nti na wo se wo ware Ghana ni.
the fear ho. I feel the papa you call yourself or see or maybe.
Ah, so free Gambia. Oh, I now what's on your cockrane warrior?
What was when you're 61? In the next year, no, being 67 years.
To a pension.
On call pension, while resign to Manana.
Now, 67 your pension.
Maybe. Oh, 66 this year.
And now what did you say?
Me 40 years. Inti se me hu de me we ne ba November no visa ne ba November no a endru ba bia me frɛ no kra no otiatia me no yes
okwa na yire ho so on yire ho nti obetiatia ah lawyer na papa no ne nneoma bi anya adwuma wa ha
ne wo ye adwuma wa ha ne nneoma nyina
se de ono wajaye wono woko so wa resign de nneoma na mbusa said ne nneoma no obi de ana so I resign woko okay and also what address if any fear ho
efefie
na nya one ne netie wonte ho
de me ye adwuma wa London intimate ho ya me ko
ya
me letters ba ho ana makoi
ana kese ye kuntunkuni na kuntunkuni Gambia wan hia Ghana ni Gambia ni na hia no opade efo we Ghana ni a ontimi nwane nko okwa Ghana ha lawyer ni kunu ayira na se ko we ne bre na se o ya na so mo mfra onti we ni kunu ayira no mfra
Well, they're all kind of 1 year, but what your decision say, or better not crowful frosso. Okay, well, at the moment, no, providing set a warrior no is still genuine and subsisting no into dasu tiasia a warrior no, then you know. She may have some difficulties here and there. Although say yes, Awariano may be subsisting, but there may still be some difficulties if bahab crab you may be a long-winded holiday kakra offer and yes or kotena hosa, but you know providing also that omiti rules no the relationship requirements no still are omiti a genuine and subsisting marriage. Financial requirements no so omiti ebia papa no weni onye juma but one kasa uye usika 18,600 uje because ebia uye before say mranda sisa into 29,000 enye wo portion ebia 18,600 na ye wo portion fine umiti still wo uye we juma miti. Apart from that, no, you have adequate accommodation. Back to the UK, the documents, a matrimonial home, internet chese, electricity bills, water, gas, bank statements. Ninya still a back. Awari no enguye, say good year. Genuine and yes subsisting there and no is that is another question altogether. But saying guye that's what I say and guye then yes I go ahead with application interest what call holidays kakra interest mun worry bium so what catch us say mun worry bium no mo
ji obi a medwire moderator we dwane ko ene nkofo ya begusu bebre yi e omo report lo yemi me pa cho ebrabe na small person o kan say o see Bema no eko bema ne ma hebio mo wo se bema ne so mekuru mi hebio eno no oba
na awari na egu because awari na
onye divorce na bema ne so ma onye divorce bema ne so o mekuru mi hebio mu a na bema na wo no je wo tena mu no ono so wo mekuru mi hebio mu a still no on krata no wo oba no ye adwuma emi 29,000 na wo betimi a renew krata na mana ye.
Yes, but the marriage has not. Hello, Utimenka.
Lawyer me at the promise launch remuye. Nanya de se lawyer me.
But awari no enguye. So they are still very much married.
Oni kromi ha onye adwuma oni ha
I don't stress say awari nego and Chesa into providing said the relationship requirement is met as being genuine and subsisting in Kwandia. Pepacho Enguye because all kase all kono ebia osan koba or and ye bibia or indefinitely okoba. It is our no dasutiase and ye bibia omo divorce it. You know, and trust nipa na or your sponsor no, esa onuna or satisfies our financial requirements no, and even in this case no, it might be say no crying 29 or 18,006, and still are only yes.
Lawyer me pacho
Yes.
sister ne say enye wo
Yeah.
de na wo kan ya ti ase wo se be ma ne ko ne
Yes.
holiday okoba
Yes. Yes. Yes.
okoba sister ne say papa ne se kromi ha wo ma ha biom etinye okoba
Well,
o ono ne pesu go say
okay.
papa ne say o ma ha biom enti wo ma ha biom no ono no enko ate ya no ye adwuma ono ne 2.5 years ni dru so a ohia papa ne bibia ono abetumi I renew atenemu amiama ni indefinite enipa lawyer chemu ye because enkofo a omo facing this problem ni bebre mesra moncholo ye mi number no ntie pon ya obi amfre no lawyer o se papa ne say ekromi ha o ma happy
okay
wo di a wo kan ye wo se papa ne ebia nipa no akọ long holiday ba wo ba bia na o be visit se wo pese wo kasa no wo se ne die no em se won ti ase ye o se papa ne se ekromi ha o ma happy enti edru ba o be ye den so na wo betimi
the fact you see the fact to say
marriage certificate
and no Emma stem to me. The fact is that warrior no yen tremu bibiani emranomo I say so it's a long distance marriage. You cannot satisfy the relationship requirement. Relationship can emra appendix FM. Appendix FM I the partner route no share the relationship requirement. Genuine and subsisting. Say bibi a genuine. Nature say I'm passing more worry. Into say I'm passing more worry. I said to me to coin called Gambia Costrano. The marriage is still very much subsisting. Ufreno de bia only the casa or mouska woman ska mu kasa de bia mo worry mu but on tikrum ha and on che bibia it does not show say any subsisting. Still, and there's nothing in the requirements I can say. So only her nature said it's not genuine and it's not subsisting. You have to prove to them, say a warrior no a dasujna. And say a dasujna, there are certain aspects of it or evidential requirements are say fulfill. Because or can say he's not living here, but he's still there's still very much things happening here in the UK. Or the correspondence, or BBA or Krumha. The bank statements, the pay, whatever is happening, pension, whatever is happening comes to an address. Do you understand? If you are now saying, say, it's not genuine, you don't live together, I know you're different. But say, there's no separation, it's still genuine, it's still subsisting, you still see your husband. There's nothing in the requirements that says or to crumful for us untumin wareno. And I said will be silent to me ye. And then I made patch channel. So it's the relationship requirement. The relationship requirement must be fulfilled. Into so you're showing the documentation, you're showing the custom how she's able to prove so meet the relationship requirements now. That is all we need to satisfy the law. Into no. Na yeshushe the patcho into on frame menene bekasa na we will find out what is really happening mo am patcho
lawyer sibebre entimesra mo ma ware a mukunu ni krom ha mo yiri ni krom ha still mo wani da so se be ye ntimo fra lawyer me patcho wa wo fon so yenko
yo me da say mejaya ware wo Ghana about 3 years ago. I was some me my home office a year away and me kuta Ghana divorce certificate.
Lawyer was so a Jawari bear 10 years ago. I was so my home office 3 years ago. Now who couldn't do buy ye? We and crata our real no one crata so.
Yeah, me aware no higher on cratas. But since me want me British passport.
Aware ni ma won krata.
Ane.
Okay, lawyer. Through aware no
Yeah.
nyan krata no why divorce 3 years ago. Was so my home office here where so I divorce ana.
No, not really. Unless, of
Here.
course, for example, you are remarrying, okay? You're marrying somebody. Nipa krono o ware no so ebia entry clearance o de na back room ha. And now work room ha 77 obedina aware no so are regularizing this stay wa ha. Then yes, you need to present the divorce certificate to prove say you are free to be married to someone else because they know you are still married. But so oh yeah, application, even as a sponsor, you still would need to inform the Home Office when making the application on behalf of the applicant that yes, your previous marriage, is now dissolved. And no, if you have got a British passport, you don't need to send anything to them. Why? Unless you're making a fresh application. Yeah.
Lawyer was 10 years no. We are the skill worker.
If I try main applicant.
Yenya fa monko ye there bi enya emra. Omo fa mai. Why? Me ba cho wa phone so yenko.
Yo, and I'm not asking pimp, Patome. Patome,
Me ti won kan pa.
yo, Patome, lawyer, me was assembly cafe, Bibusano about some person me coffee me yeri figure number. Na, documents now, just me de kono, financial threshold no. Person me who say, this will about 2025 to 2026, and now say previous years no na just a mission.
Okay. I think that kind of specified evidence, if specified evidence, P60 no, is what you need this for. I think you are looking at the P60. So, before 5th of April 2026, you need 24-25. However, if you make the application after 5th of April, you need 25-26. Pacho, I hope so. I said here. Every tax year is different, but said tax year is not 5th of April. And it's P60 now as specified evidence now is 24-25 now. Say, but okay, through April 5th is 25-26. I said train mom issue a new P60 25-26. Me pachoa. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
I'm crunch. Yes. Yes, darling. Yeah, Joe, so.
Federal leave to remain, marriage. So, one of partner mum meet 29,000 now. Lawyer bet me a buana.
Lawyer Pacho Bremway, mum, no partner me no mum meet 29,000 now. Ubeti me a help for further leave to remain.
Further leave to remain. Well, there's help in respect to baby an exemption. Ebia na partner no. Ebia na or personal independence payments. So the British or settled spouse no or personal independence payments. So it's not just an exemption. Abemwamano. Yeah. That's, to be honest, some of the only real exemptions. Almost exempted, if not. Another way to mitigate it is say musika musika no betimi ade aka abom na abaye 29,000. And it does not have to be just one person or rely on 29,000 threshold no mumienu betimi ade musika ba. Also yenti ase say juma muye ne kwanchen muye some small trading won kwanchen so mo employed income no drew bear 25,000, but bibi wo ho muye buying and selling etrebo bibia moye self-employment so obetimi de account amana 29,000. Into these are some of the mitigating nyama obetimi de mitigating. But so only personal independence payments and so you not be exempt. Another option also say ubetimi I get 10-year partner route so because say you do not meet the financial requirements no ubetimi akọ for 10 years instead of being an overstayer ubetimi switch akọ 10-year route no so it's for you to do the full 10 years inti mpacha yeah na ebi a wafra me na ya ba ho nkomo kakra we can maybe there'll be a way we can find a solution to everything mpacha.
Good afternoon. That's
Yes, darling.
Mrs. Stabby, or the skilled worker the buyer. Now, on any dependent, no, or way in the July, ya. But on it, Obia Conyo, now, Nupani, a Dutch.
Monsomonia,
a Dutch, or Dutch way, on your sitting also UK, and your person of finding out the Dutch, and to me, sign money, yana, money panel.
Lawyer me patcho bremain.
So Nipani a dacha, yeah. No, it's a settled status. Obetimi add British citizenship. Ama kolano. That is also kita pre-settled status as a Dutch national. Obetimi add pre-settled status nibi ama nebano. So that is the only real route out. Yeah.
Major also made off of pa.
Lawyer, you know, me kakra because Papa no also on far Portland Kurumo permanently or as an expatriate and also on far medical reason and they are Portland Kurumo. In this case, you know, a then because a year almost some matna together and as a movie intent some better UK permanently. I think it's part of it and on home service. In this case, in fact, I can I don't know, so I explain very well to my understanding.
Nana, yet time I be why we are another topic, another program. What I say, lawyer also be explaining.
Yeah, why not? I think it's good to explain.
Power because when I make a say. And I'm entering a car saying, conform from because lawyer, so what some out there by the conform be go through you because conform be crying. Or more ira, I hear him saying ye. But I've been solicited the hour when you man amoye. I want you man amoye tino say none from Powosre. I lawyer, the money lawyers or mobile program so I want na her 20 years. I mean, him so would have been glad to my bet what. Ese so wo mutimi gina mu hwe awon adwuma no yo nyame wo hoda enti no obi amfre wo mo what you
yes
lo ye mi bremai de na na for abete wo san de e koya chi o ha I very lo ye mi ada na wo mi enye we say no next week.
It says the applicant's relationship requirements. The applicant's partner must be a British citizen in the UK, present and settled in the UK with protection status. Okay. In the UK with limited leave to remain as a worker. So that's what you need to have. Okay. And it says you have to be an applicant that's 18 and over. Fine. My part is it says yes. The applicant and their partner must intend to live permanently in the UK in any application for further leave to remain as a partner. That is true. And any application for indefinite leave to remain as a partner, the applicant must provide evidence that since entry clearance, the partner was granted, as a leave to remain as a partner. Okay, that is a point. Yes, they must intend. The lady in question has come on. She says, she on casa on that's what she mentioned. But she's not really given what evidence has she given that says that the marriage, first of all, she never said the marriage is broken down. So I would take that as it's being is genuine and subsisting, unless she tells me otherwise. She has to, if she's telling us that he's never, that's why I mentioned, he's never coming back to the UK again, never coming back to the UK, then that's a totally different kettle of fish, never coming back. But if still, very much, he's got, I mentioned to Sister Abna, it's gone on a holiday, gone for certain periods of time, because of course, if you're British, you're allowed to travel, you're allowed to stay for, extensive periods, maybe you're on holiday, and you still come back, you're still very much married, you're still very much in a genuine and subsisting relationship, then fine. But if he's gone permanently, he's not coming back again, I think that's a different kettle of fish. But she's not really given us that type of instruction. She said that he's gone to Gambia. She never said that he's never ever coming back ever again. So for me, I would like to know a little bit more. Then there's still a chance. Then is the marriage still subsisting? Is it genuine, or are they planning to live apart indefinitely? So I would want to know more. If it's living apart indefinitely, then fine. Then obviously that would not be the case. But if it's not, and they still they can come back together, they're still very much together, then I would want to know more. It's how you, obviously, it's how you argue your case, and it's the instructions from the client itself. So I would want to hear more. I want to hear more to be able to advise properly. But the fact that he's not here at the moment does not mean that she cannot apply for further leave to remain under Appendix FM. That was my point. The fact that they're not here at the moment, maybe he intends to live here permanently. Who knows? Maybe he's gone away for some time and he will come back and live here permanently. So I don't want to say that completely unless I take further instructions. But I wouldn't say the fact that you're not here, you can't apply for further leave to remain. No, I wouldn't say that. So that is my argument. Yes.
Good, yeah, that lawyer me ask me musa more questions be because ya pon. Enye sa, ebe for ebe sanko. Wa, woni wo kunu tie, woni wo yere tie, e wo kromi ha. Na ya aware so, e na motie. Mesra o we ni question be abusa lawyer me. Next week ya me adon lawyer me ba, ye bentimi enyamre.
Both the UK route and the EU route. When you are separated, what it means when you've travelled outside the UK.
I think I will cast also. You buy and not as when you have order.
I say you're
the whole week into my emirate. Me here time. Eddie Akobon pay 12 hours. Some but me sorry. Mr. will be a friend of Yemi. Some me catch us on one more Juman way. Lawyer, ain't me pacho, Obiani lawyer me nambeni, Abinel solicitors. O friend now, Obinya botre no what tenancy, Obichru, come. A 077 87 32 7985. Lady now offer you don't just our question in by ya. E obe drag ya question me so for lawyer me. Why? Obe sorto out. A 077 87 32 7985. Another number is 078 24 70 5353. 078 24 70 5353. O fellow yemia, open lawyers, one of the lawyers are if you made that somebody at all, or wabotre, or no be casa. A juma ben I don't want to me. Hey, Miss or Juma no more. Intimate software warmer. Laemi.
Hello.
Me pacho, what's a me chat to na or some boy. Me pacho, omo besu a yes Stratford. Who do Stratford that? Stratford that. A was shopping money one now from shopping money crackle Yemi office no. 119 po 10 minutes simple. A one a walk. It's me pacho or frere warmer or bejo so no watch review. Lawyer. Me bacho wa sema e twa to na ye nkone kwajiwa home na hwe wo client.
All right. All right, Master, my check to understand. I think, sir, as we've discussed about skilled workers and Omo warrior and divorce, we have to make sure, say, petition for divorce, Obama respondent at Honka. We will allow them to get knowledge about what is happening and say, obey divorce, Abraham, Bibia about it. Not the right way to go about it legally at all. It would mean that the divorce is void. And we should be very careful in doing so. Anytime you want to seek for divorce, you must do the right thing first. And knowing very well the other person, has no knowledge about it. So that is my Asema made a chatwo in making sure that we are all informed about divorces instead of it being a one-party show. Obiaje divorce or they call their kwakoye onwana dear. Thank you.
Omono. Loyemi, one of the executive director, Edema, Albinel Solicitors. Loyemi.
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
Who alive?
Hello.
Who alive?
Yeah, me what TikTok and so both.
Loyemi, what's the main car?
Yes, me. Me too. What's the main car?
Who alive for TikTok?
Yes. Me will program is on TikTok. Yeah.
Who program also? Ewa here Abnell Solicitors.
There be who platform so.
Oh, okay. And the Abnell Solicitors money life.
Baby. No, not at the moment. No.
Okay, because now me person me foul 1 minute to be wa ha. Okay.
Now
me person me try wa dey be wa ha hwa ade. Because abegu yi so say. Abegu so say ewo he. Abegu so say was gap. Debbie. Okay, next week me pick because joining me wa ha say we will live if I can join us then. Enti na me person ka me join na me say no edide beba ti na busa say we will live e wo Abnell Solicitors. Okay, yo. Yeda wo twedi aponyankopon abasa yi adomo ase ono okata mununkum achi no kase empuna ensha mesramo wa wo hwe me wa wo tie me wo betimi afre no yemi wabuye concerning about our no ho no me gidi say nkofo bebre ye very interested because nkofo bebre enne wo
Can I try to show you?
Mo ya mama ye disturb.
I want to show you.
Okay. Me pacho mon friend no yemi o friend na by the way my pon because me who say join ne wa ha life enti na me person me asset. Yo, by the way my pon me pacho mon friend no yemi o friend no benya abotre no no atwetwe nkomo benya abotre a kire wo step by step all kasa se sia no wo se our is o use word bi enti wo friend na ono ano betona se because me kasa me bisa questions yem pon ne me person me do musuko because nipa omo faces this problems no obotoso lawyer number ni bi me 07787327985 lawyer me wo wa adwuma ma na wo fie
me wa adwuma
why go be to mosh won chen ho
David
obi brebi kasa meboa okay mate me da say lawyer me yeda si bebre nya me nshira o nya me adomo a ye no ebetwetwe nkomo me pacho lawyer ewie enti any question bi ama mentimi amfa mo nyina no me pacho mo betimi 33 guests obi amfa lawyer mi wa ye free enti me pacho betimi afre lawyer mi me kanfo eye Bells deal door to door shippers edi ama me pacho obi biara enfre eye bells deal door to door shippers na wo no mo entwetwe eye enkomo wo frɛ na sɛ ne wo nneoma na tie bia no obeba befa edi akɔ eye Ghana edi ama obe shippo nneoma no sɛ ne wo package no na no obeba befa na odi akɔ Ghana edi ama otimi so frɛ bells deal door to door shippers enkofrɛ ya no mo bi no amesu amfa ankyerɛ me enti frɛ wo mo na no mo entwetwe nkomo ewo eye onneoma mo mefa enkoye Easter ewo ye nimu nti mo mefa ne sabre ya enfanko na me kanfo eye Diaspora funeral cash insurance e dia ma me pacho ma me papa sister me nua ba obi biara wo hwe me bia na mesrew Freda Diaspora funeral cash insurance fo na wo ne wo mo eninsa wo so omo ye funeral insurance a wo betimi aye bia ma wa wo ho wo betimi aye bia ma papa wo ma me wo nua no mobusuafo omo Ghana ba bia wo omo bia wo betimi aye bi wo so hwe me na wo Nigeria wo ye overseas nko ade a wo free Ghana woni Ghana na wo free Ghana wo Nigeria Afghanistan wo Europe ba bia na wo frɛ eye Diaspora funeral cash insurance a omo ne wo ebedi eye ensa wo so me kanfo eye Snacky snacks edi ama me pacho wo ye patu ye wedu ye engagement afre snacky snacks for na no mo emra emetwetwe enkomo fre wo mo pelito shito delda shito miham shito edi fufu o fre pelito ebeba be ye unuane wo shito enyina edi ama enti fre pelito o adwuma bi na apese mo ho de ru emfama wa Brago catering services etunensa from me Brago se bra enuane bai e na wo pe ope sobolo enso so a obi owa we yi ase sobolo boxes no opesa wo de souvenirs na de cha Brago design ne kama wo betimi age na de akocheche ewo eyi ase ope bi nso akogu shop nso asobolo o frɛ Brago catering services a obe de ama for ni kire ye Kumase market ne kodi wudwa nyina ko Kumase market ne kodi wudwa nyina ewo Kumase market wo pekam okopekam a wo se mehwehwe small madam ai miss race obe hwe wo kama Kumase market opekam kwa na akwa behu abrofo a wo mo serve Ghana shop intime so for ni kire Kumase market kine nyame ya adom bi boa yenya e redemption hour brane be di apaye brane be no mapaye brane be wi apaye brane wi dware apaye brane be sra apaye me pacho ye nyina ye mra na ye momu ne mompaye eni apaye hey sister brother wo hia mpaye bo you need to secure your life, you need to secure your marriage aware na aware no a wo ware wi ye no wo de wo si enti obi papa mame me so be bompaye ne secure wate be secure wa djuma brane mompaye wo de wo so bibie ma nyeye enuema na atete asampam enye ye ho sister sa bre yi no na sister wo hia mpaebo bra sa bre no na wo hia mpaebo wo hia wurade abasa wurade tumi se ebeto so echina ebenada me wi amene lawyer me ankasa be kasa fa ho because me say eye ono ane dia na say e fake dia I don't know enti me wi a me ma na approve e dia ama me because me so me te noise no me te wo lawyer mi ho ba wo si no but me wi a me ma na me busa no me enu nyina for your own good because TikTok for no se minim na me accept obi ana e bia na nipa no wa me ya block we say no me pa chop ebena de bia ye di apaye no mapaye dware apaye e bom paye for so the prayer to bring our testimony enti ebena dan paye body ekurom ya wo pe baabi e bom paye gidigidi te se Ghana ene dwo wo bia sori me kodwo adam paye bo me ko fi adam paye bo me ko bana adam paye bo me ko jima ware me ko jime nkrata me ko jime dwuma me ko jime sika me ko akofa me fa ahudie kete e dia ba me fie dia ene na me pawo chew ebi okurom ha fa wani chire elephant and castle ebena de bia for ni chire elephant and castle udro elephant and castle a me pa cho busa kra keteketeke se me pe Kedenton underground no any elephant and castle no ebom just walking distance me pa cho 190 just 10 minutes pe ofa bus so you two stop pe si wo Kedenton underground 133 155 and now 41 415 and a 196 Echere Brixton. Me pacho fa Wellifan and Castle Bisu or Keddington Underground ho. Wusu or Keddington Underground ho pet me pacho. When Nimuntin so be who off license ho. For off license dan nimutin. Wo mediate 10 left. Wo 10 and left na pemisro. Wo be who se park ewo ho and wiabo. Park praying ground wo ho. Bowra Park and so be who sorry ho no esa wo ho o matwre ni mu Lambeth Citizens Advice Bureau into one of who south who east who west who betimi aba postcode no eye XE11 4HZ XE11 4HZ ewa echine nyame yadoma ebenade bia ye startia sorry enumere nonso to 10 ya chekora 10:30 obia fa wo mabra wankasa fa wo bra me pa chow fa wo kunu bra promise and fill any do ani mukan ade bia wo komu bia trosem naka wo se mama so amone so abra mkomu bo mra na me mewrade me mama home enti chine numere nonso eye bompa to bompa boot to boot ye bompa ye Tuesday sibia e na wo ba wo do prayer request eba eni na chese obaku eni na obi loyemi eni obi abie TikTok owudi mu eni na chese nene kwa se me pick anti no because say do not pick it allow eni na obi abie because na ye say or say apepa omotro bibi bre me na ye me ne loyemi me enu nyina our life and na say chain bi so mu say enti na wo se me accept na lo ye mi ba life e wo meme de ne so enti e brada nko Richard Obobie ye be me na ma feel Richard na what to say enti no me pacho every Tuesday bia no e na ye shia brada nko na ba udu prayer request e beba what you say me minim TikTok ni mo and as it says, Uncle for report about me, who be an amyamashime. Nyamea adom na adom bi boanya. Obi antronto so. Who hear me Facebook, who hear me YouTube. Trotoso, the cry of a mother. Everybody write it. The cry of a mother. Abna and Roy. This program, Abna and Roy. Baby, I will be a free baby. I want a baby. What Abna? Baby, I will be Abna and Roy. Baby, I will be no free ho. Nebrebi, I know what I'm talking about. Obi antro the cry of a mother. It's a Mother's Day. Nyamiya domoa. A year 15th of a year March. This Sunday. Ene ye dwada. E benada ukwada ya wada ifiada. E ye kwesiata. Na e uradia dum Flames of Faith Assemblies. Daddy. Enko for read this. He said, I don't know. Minimo. At the current ombegu me program is be report so I don't know. The cry of a mother, daddy, at the 3 days, ma show Facebook ne the flyers no ne da ho no. Me can the cry of a mother no cry was seeing gumi me yamashime. I was seeing gumi me yamashime. Chiroto wo hwe YouTube, wo hwe mo Facebook. The cry of a mother. The cry of a mother. Chiroto the cry of a mother. The cry of a mother. Obatan osuma ni nusu ewura soro. Se wo maame ebie nano na osu ewurade me mayinti. Ewurade me mayinti kasa. Ewurade nti wo hwe ama wo bonefo asori wo me mayiso. Ebia watu kwan nioma nkoyi ma the cry of a mother. Wo maame dia ye muhihie this Mother's Day. Me say osuru ebebie no osuru bekasa. Minua bema and your man koyin fama wo kra no you are giving up of yourself. I am here to tell you this, don't give up. These 3 days fasting and prayers starting on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are going to intercede and cry unto the heavens. The cry of a mother. It's a Mother's Day. Enti wo ye bema oba ne wo enti menua bema fa wo hujim ade bebiara bema na wo ja enyeye abrabo menkoso enipa po wankasa wo makura no mapo wa wo yira wo ne tie wapo. You have been rejected in your community, in your situation. People that around you, it's a cry of a mother. Emere ni nie minua bema wo mo pamo wo no wo ba wo ja wo hokoye bema minua ba wo ware no nenye se no tie wo ja wo hode wo koye no wo bu wa tantan de no me se wo mo besan ya ba. It's a cry of a mother. I just say bia na wan join it. Every year osoro ye adwuma na this year me say last week ohu adia minyaye vision minyaye efa the cry of a mother this year hono. It was my bro. Ewurade ni munyam beye kese. Osoro ebebie no osoro bekasa. Osoro ebebie na osoro obekasa. Osuru bebie na osuru ebekasa. Enti memenda. Sister, emani hawo. Woman bia last 2 years na mini needing komo. Yeah, started at the cry of a mother. Yeah, be fasting say ya. Now you pon program no friend me. I think so afraid that in so. Ne ma enkura nine. Omu nyina sebi omabodam. Omu ko school wa edru baby. Omu ba be wura secondary school. Secondary school no ne nkura na bodam omu wo year 6 na omu be wura secondary school no ne nkura na bodam ne ma 4 omu nyina it happened the same enti nkura ni nyina wodoma kugu Ghana. Hey, me say the devil is a liar. Entrance you menye wadwen say wurade ache wo ma obi nani nye wo ma wo ho wa ware na wo mnye nipa nyina na wo maniji wo sister abrochira wa babra enyi obi ana na niji ho enti soro wate ne bedi apaye wo ye wo ba tan wo tete dodo wo ha dodo wo se wurade na adem di wo bomisenie ade ne nkura ma wo mo obi e di prisoner koniaba maame dia wo kunu komu wo ma no mo nkomu bi menua bema dia wo papa okomu no wo nkomu bi da. The cry of a mother. Enye ma kan kwa o. Obe biya be me biya. Because be ma wo ba ene wo. Obrimpo biya a foundation is built by a woman. Obrimpo akatechi obia. Obia. Ube wan sofo our my great people. Empenyinfo ekuku dem esikafo Mark Zuckerberg ane wono na create all these things ye nyina ye swimming with his glory no oba ene ye ne foundation because oba na wo no enti this year minimu sun minimu how e bia wo sun ye nkratasem a cry of a mother. Bia wo de yare bia doctors are diagnosing ancestral sickness. Hey, this year you will break that limitation. No, it's the cry of a mother. Bia limitation be a dawa brabos minua bema. Wo ye bibia wo kwa no apem bema na. Enipa ekobia wo nkobi bema na. Wo de e stand still. O limit ye nie is the cry of a mother. The cry of a mother. Obi se me dia me papa. Okwa aware mu no, a man treat me papa ye. Bra minus you. Minus you. Me dia me papa de e ma bebre no no mo wo ye. Ye busua we mu de, wo ye bema, wo hiti 40 no ani afra. He, me say the cry of a mother. Minus you. Minus you. Minus you. Until this coming Friday, you started fasting and prayers. The theme is the cry of a mother. Rejection, no. This year, unkomo, Debbie. This year. The cry of a mother this year. What dear mema about chaskere any? Bema no wa wo baako no wa wo mienu wadwane agyaw. The cry of a mother. Dear wo wakomu no wo mabie ni wo mu bekomu bi. Aware mu sun. Aware mama nie. Aware mu wo hawo. Abrabom wo show. Osi awurade. Wo ye shebre sesa nyankopon. Shebre sesa fu. Shebre dwane fu. Mi shebre sesa fu. Ono ni radio. Mi shebre dwane fu. Mi shebre sesa fu. Ono ni nyamio. Enti this year no. Me pacho we nyu hu frim. What? Enyi hu frim. Obako school a da bia na won so da yam. Wo telephone ring ya woni say ya wo ba school na efre wo. Hey maame. Me ma de ni pe ka no enye ho wate. Me ma de ni pe ka no enye ho. Original wo na so asemada. O men nyina wie school. Aware omunya bi nware, adwuma omunya bi nye. Woto wani age, me ba wie university. Ma me wankasa ne ma nkoye. He, minimo bi a ukoni fia PhD doctorate, the cry of a mother. Ebobodem. Adie bi biara wo wotena se a. Wo dwene ho na wo hwa enkoso wa abusua mu. Enkoso wa abrabo mu no. Wo nyame de wa ba abusua ni mu se. Wo be sori agina as Esther. Na wa break limit bi biara da mabusua. Wa break pattern bi biara eda abusua ni mu. Ase wo ba. This program sa wo yo ba from 18 years. Me pa cho. Fa wo ho agimu bi. Na ye nyina no yensumu awurade so. Na yen hwe de awurade beye. Kwasiada ene ebewie. Adie bia da wakoma pono so bia. This 3 days fasting and prayers no me pa cho. Fabre awurade anim. Na yen hwe de awurade bekasa. Me camera no adum. Na yen hwe de awurade obeye. Na yen hwe baby awurade after this 3 days program no the cry of a mother baby nyame do begina. Disappointment, failure, rejection, yare. And nyoma would ye baby ada bia wo fie ene yekọ yekra. Me pa chaw promise and fail. Da bia won kwa ye promise o obi ka so obeboa wa menua be ma ye be fa wa dwumam die minute na disappointment aba. Adwuma ni bi won so ye be fa o se bra be ye die minute wona fofo na mo ba bro kire nyina nya nkrata onkwa wo de wunya bi he sister bra the cry of a mother. Eye memen efiada ne yankwa sorry ye be ye program ne wa he ya anopa 5 to 6 eye anopa morning devotion day break me through ye be ye enumre 5 ye be ye Friday no anopa morning devotion 5 to 6 ha Facebook and TikTok. About 12:30 Friday no mayor program and lawyer into 12:30 no Facebook and TikTok ya. About 5 to 6 ye break your fasting na ya memene wa enkade bia edama koma pono so ye bompa ye ni nyina ne kurane. Saturday this week akwantu mu nsama bia maso it all depends the strength amewo. Saturday anopa morning devotion nebeba. Saturday prayer baton and American prayer baton Saturday 12:30 enti akwantu mu nsama maso yebeye empire but 12:30 ansana enumere 5 ye break your fasting 5 to 6 kwasia de nyame ye adomo pe o awurade kasawate awurade bie kwan ma me wo soro bokwan ma me awurade bokwan to ba bie kwan nie wo se wo be mesu bontia bedane anwea o bokwan to ba bie kwan nie enwema ye den wo tena se a wo pese wo ka wano aduro me se men ko wano aduro this year The cry of a mother. Ehe na woko. Kwasia de nyame ya doma ehe na woko. Obi afre wo baabi a menko. Kwasia do bi ka chose yenkodi mutuo. What United Kingdom. Obi frɛ wo kwasia da se Mother's Day. Mame, Mother's Day, sister bra. Mother's Day ofa. Kwasia da obi frɛ wo se yenkodi mutuo do upie. Ka kire ne se me ko Flames of Faith Assembly. The cry of a mother. Kwasia da ne de ba na wiye. Me ko makoso agwawurade so me de ntoma ekobɔ me yam esu wo maame ewu a kwasia da fa wo maame picture ebra wo maame baabi a wo bia no obekasa me say kwasia da wo ye mother wo tie me wo maka kire wo se de upie okunu ka se de upie ye start asori 1 pm after church ubetumi epie ye po asori 4:30 kwasia da maame sister entenasio wo hwe me bra entenasio minua bema entenase ema ne nyansa ene wakase mi hu yanka entenase won krata na kokoka wo office no kwasia da bra all the mothers we are going to hold our hands together our heart together and pray and intercede the cry of a mother enti kwasia da nyame yadoma obi ayi vital baby a wo se me pa twotwen me ko Flames of Faith Assemblies akobreki the cry of a mother ebusua no mi bibiara darkness rooms bibiara yedie sika ye mani munyam ye fa hodie ye nkunimudie ye nkwatenten ahye yawari ahye. You are going to break that ancestral doors no Asian doors no ye de padlock atum wonni fie ho enso ye gunsa ye bodin ye fra wiem ye fra asase ye bodin wode wona isi form enko ade ye bodin any antenna you are coming to disconnect it monitoring camera da wa braboso if you see do ba bro chiro wonto woda akora bia na mne ne kasa e wo platform ya so min onim ne ho enti wo program we wa mabi ne papa yire ne kofa ne baye ye de ne tru krom ha entokwa gidigidi ofa ye funa na sabi onya mental problem ofa ye funa pe eno onya mental problem he the cry of a mother one ne kasa wo sesen kame ma me wa ha the cry of a mother the cry of a mother when mothers pray heavens open wham because why mothers pray with passion because mothers we carries the womb we carries nation mothers into this year Mother's Day no please Sunday kwasiada fa wani kire Flames of Faith Assembly fa wani kire ho wo be bompa ye dia paye age wo nkrata age wa ware age wa awo age wani munyam age wa ya resetumi age wo favor o glory bia obonefo de ahye borem obi se me mai omo papa eko prison ankura na so no every prison ba no mu free any ancestral heritage ya can I say me person me use brofo no ade bibiara omo possess omo inherit ade bibiara e wo abusuani ma aye pattern se wo bi o wo abusuani meme bi o mo abusuani mu bi anya papa hey minus me dabi menyinto edin bi eda wo so my god edin bi a eda wo so edin a eda wo so nipa ede ne to no de wo komenu ana wo kom tafia kwa I reject it in the name of Jesus and I reverse it back to sender the cry of a mother o ma meti bebo de ne nsa to ne yemo se rade menu me ho he dabio minua be ma dabi into this coming Sunday Mother's Day ehe na ade wokọ bra niem yentafra paye mentena wo emewu nuanketoa no mu niye na wasori akọje bayie uni bayie kura wakọsere sempacho mama me bayie wate na me fanko ye minu aketo yi because minu ya na ejima ni munyam wonu ya na sorete empai boase bompaye Mother's Day wo de wakọtena baabi wi mutuo wakọtena baabi didi won treso wakọtena baabi wi bubra Guinness enkotoa 9 Conversia Jack Daniels Siok wo win sankese ba wonu ya ketoa wonu ya be maketoa no what ya sorry fie sufre wurade se wurade dia me papa komu no mi bi eda me papa maso eda me maami ebusu me papa ebusuam no mi bi biara eda me yere ebusuam wurade breki wurade I will not inherit this curse wonu be marketwa what ya sorry de musu go wurade so say wurade today is a cry of a mother. Father whom me more for the sake of my mother. Father have mercy on me. Wo bra panyini wo tenkwanwa ase na wo wie a na wo nua no wo nua ketwa enwoma flourish mana na wakọ baabi wo sime pamcho mama mitumi na memfa nkoku minua mama mitumi na memfa nko minua no mama bibia ankoso ma wo sufuro nkante ebeba wo so amene bia wo betu bia wo betom bia wo ni wo nua nketwa nete sister wo tie mi etenue wo nua nketwa no mo wo ho esugu agurate so bompaye entinyoma epono biebie ma wo mo wo na wo ye sister panyimu no wo de wo sori a wo ne nam party ase manyama dede ahama me mesu wa me ne wo ne nam party ase wo wewe ntuom wo ta friend tuom enti abrabo ne biti wo a woni bayie kura no akosere wo kwase mbamcho momma me bayie na mfanko ye minua no mo wai momma bayie ade na menware ye na menua nketo na eware ade na menwo ye na menua nketo no na ewo ade na mintu kwan na menua nketo mo na etu kwan ade na mintimi kofo bi ma abrochire na menua nketo hey sister wan hwe ye nyame bufuhye beba so enu nti na me ka kire wo no wo bia sore waka kosi adafo ni kire Elephant and Castle enkofo buku hotels ebacho Elephant and Castle ugugu a ye wo guest house a ye 999 a student mattress wo me daso emfam fili we wo be daso e di ajewa warepa e di asesa wontoma entoma bi biara ye wo di akodi baby adie bi biara ye wo di akodi baby wo nasem paboa wo bia yi e di akoto baby wo free Ghana e no bi sa wo nase anua me pacho kwasi ade nyame yadomo a bra hotel ebu Elephant and Castle guest house e bi 1099 999 1599 guest house ubo Elephant and Castle guest house a ubuku ni sabre ya ubenya 190 pe wo wasa land na beda ho bra ne beda ho ade echi kwasi ada ye nyina ya join aduane wo ho Flames of Faith de bia ye didi this time no caterers ye aduane enti kwasiada obia wo beba ho bia no wo benya jollof rice chicken salad wo benya banku ne tilapia omo ye banku ne tilapia ne ameko ene hyeto ene jene wo bedidi ama ho aton jollof rice chicken salad wo bedidi drinks wo ho bibia everything ye be celebrate Mother's Day no with the Crown Star ba ye ntena se ensore nkwa asore say happy Mother's Day as a fi na ye fra se didi ewa abra ye bre ewa abra yesu ewa abra manie bi da yeso ewa abra ye ko ha mu wo hwe wo ba ni man na nisio na tatawo debi enye didi ne na the cry of a mother enti nyame ya adoma Friday fa hujim bi Friday Saturday fa hujim kwasi ada ye nyina ye behia wa asore da ho obia ye nyina ye behia o wa adwuma mu akura asere kwan nebra ye nyina ye wa adwuma mu care home na awote no living na awote no be ma beba ho abeware wo obi beba so oba behwe ne maame obeba no se wo na maniji wo me ware wo me see the cry of a mother enti wo living na mpacho sere off nebra after wo bekwa kudu back to living hono me say enipo obebo awura living ho abeware wo no ebe ye wo director jeso a big Amy pa Ebeye wo director. Jeso a big Amy pa. O se ma bana me de me nya kuno me kwa asori nso be be bia amfra me kokuo party bia so wugina ho he after the cry of a mother. Wo hye dem. Obi baba be bopuno aka say sister, de bia me hu se wo wura dan we say mu. Will you marry me? Bus stop. Obi baba be catch say hello my darling. Will you marry me? Me say, Binia Bema. Oh my God, I don't want to talk much. Intimacy Roger off. A year 15th. A year 15th. A year 15th of March. A year Kosiada. A die enemy. A radisha. A radinokesi. Me da will be biarase. Mana mobusa me number no. Me number is 0750 24227999. Me ne lawyers here program. I am for me number 2 jack. Because lawyers no numbers na also me di tuja na adoso was so edodo lawyer emi number ni me pacho obi anfa lawyer mi say ye housing wo pedan edan no omo ye konebra damp wo ho benefiting so no me lawyers no bi anu a wo ye bi lawyer mi nko benefiting so no me pacho 077 87 32 7985 077 87327985. Me pacholo yemi onwa ne personal number enie 078 24 70 5353 078 24 70 5353. Eradi nshira momenda obi ase nyame enye obi akese. Jabada zozeza da brabakatuli de.
Say no to borrowing
Father,
or begging
I
for funds
thank
to
you
cover
and I
funerals.
glorify your name for
Protect
this day.
yourself by taking a funeral
I
cover
thank you for
with
today's
Diaspora
program.
Insurance.
Father, you are grateful. Father, you are
Introducing
grateful.
the Diaspora
Father, you
Funeral
are grateful.
Cash Plan.
Father, you are grateful.
Benefits include guaranteed acceptance, worldwide coverage, immediate cash payout,
Father, you are
and a
grateful.
flexible
Father, you are
bespoke cover.
grateful. I thank you for those
We
that
cover
you are
25
watching me, oh
African
Lord.
nationalities living abroad. Why not protect yourself, family, and dignity today? Click the link or contact the numbers on your screen to get covered now.